Okay, welcome to Not a Programmer, and today I'm going to be showing you some Python with the Windows, Mac, and Linux. Okay, and so if you ever need any documentation, go to docs.python and you can learn all about Python. So this is kind of one of the main chief ways I'm actually learning Python is just messing around with it, copying stuff and doing stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to start assigning values to variables. So this SBP is a variable. Okay. And then I want to make this receive a number only. So I'm going to use an integer. Then I'm going to put an input from the user. Then um, parentheses. This is basically how you separate your code when you're running code functions back to back. So see, we have input, and I say what is your systolic blood pressure. And always want to leave a space for it's printed because that way your code, when you type, it's not backed up against it. Then let's do diastolic blood pressure equals integer input. What is your diastolic blood pressure? Okay. Now we have that. Now let's actually start doing stuff. So we're going to initiate an if statement. So if SBP is equal, is greater than, 180. Because that's the value, so this is the actual number, and we're dealing with integers, so it can only accept numbers. So this is valid because you can't assign a number in plain text. So if systolic blood pressure is greater than 180, let's see, then so that we close off a statement with a colon. Then we say print go to the emergency room via EMS. Okay. Then we're going to say if else. Or else if, sorry. It's else if. So else if that doesn't happen, SBP is equal to 160. We're going to say print go monitor your blood pressure closely. If you haven't taken your blood pressure, so I'm actually going to do triple quotes here because this is going to be a multi-line statement. We'll see. This might throw up an error, but I don't think it should. If you have to take your blood pressure medication, do so now, then recheck in 30 and 60 minutes. Okay. Then we're going to say else if SBP is greater than 140, print my Not sure why I did the triple quotes there, I guess just habit. Then we're going to say let's see. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just thinking about this, so sorry I'm not talking. Let's see. Greater than 90 print. So, and also we always want to make sure that because someone's blood pressure can be too low, print. And let's also try add a let's use AND operator. Blood pressure is too low, and input. Do you feel dizzy? Okay, so try to run that, and let's see. Else. Are you a vampire? So just kind of something funny. Let's go ahead and run this code. Okay. Why is it not running? Okay. So let's try that 80. Let's see, so. Okay, so so it executed, but it said, okay. But it didn't do that input. Or no, hang on. Okay. Well, okay. Well, we'll save that code for now. I'm not sure why it didn't do the input, but hang on. Let's see. Okay. So now we have all the systolic blood pressure stuff done. So let's run it again, and we'll put in, let's see, 142, 70. Okay, let's do 138, 70. Okay, then let's do 96 and 60. Okay, now let's do so there we have this kind of running. Basically, yeah, if you're at 180, this is above 180 at stroke level, and we're using the greater, if systolic blood pressure is greater than 180, go to emergency room. And so it's an operator sign. This is operator sign. And so we're asking for ranges, and this is else if. else if, and then just else, like if they don't put in, now let's start getting on diastolic blood pressure. So if dBp is greater than 90, okay. And I forgot the parentheses over here, so I'm going to add that. Then we're going to say else if dBp is less than 60. 60. So just, so just stuff like that. And let's see, so it's else if. Okay, so then let's add another else if dBp is greater than 80. So, and let's see, then we're going to print because it does blood pressure. So it's going to run this now, and we'll see how. So 132 or 84. Oh. Okay, so I need to group this into a function because that's what it's not. It's not. Because it's running it, but well, I don't know what's not seeing it as two different variables. So maybe come on. Sorry guys, my trackpad doesn't want to work today. Okay. So let's try this. Try to move it across move it down in code, and we'll see. Because Python runs everything line by line, so we'll do 98, 76. Okay. Oh wait. And that's why we test our code, because they meant to say if dash record is greater than 80, not less than 80. So let's try it again. So 68. Okay, let's do 50. Okay, there we go. So that makes more sense. Yeah, if your blood pressure is over 68, you need to go to hospital. Unless you're a dialysis patient, and then in which case that's still scary, but you probably just came back from dialysis. So that's so sorry, that's a tutorial for today, and so just kind of so we're probably going to come back to this, but I wanted to show you guys a new video of just kind of just a new video of basically kind of things you can do for a basic tutorial. And so I figured this won't be as boring as some of the other tutorials there are out there. Um, so again, let's go ahead and get over this. This is just the name of the variable, and the equal sign means that this is storing the value. So this is the value or data. So, and this is just happens to be user input data. So the integer means that, hey, I'm actually storing it's a number. I'm telling Python, hey, this is a number, okay? And then the input, it's what is your systolic blood pressure? So I'm asking for input, but I'm also saying, hey, don't take anything besides a number. Then the if statement. So if is like, if something happens, do this. So it would be like, okay, if I light a stick of dynamite, it's going to blow up. Okay, that's kind of, but it's going to take a time. So I said if systolic blood pressure is greater than 180, and again, I don't have quotation marks around this because this is a number. Python can just read whole numbers, and then the colon is very important, and then it's going to automatically indent 4 spaces over, and then print is anything you want to happen on screen. So it says print, so blood pressure is too low. Then we're assigning a greater than value. So if systolic blood pressure is greater than 180, print go to emergency room via EMS. Then we just kind of have ranges, and if else if systolic blood pressure is greater than 160, monitor your blood pressure closely. I haven't taken your blood pressure, so that's why I want to be be written. And kind of was just doing some housekeeping things. So if else if is greater than blood pressure slightly elevated, keep calm. And I said if 120, good blood pressure, and that's fine. So and greater than 90, excellent blood pressure. And I said your blood pressure's in, but it didn't run the. But let me try to put this. So else. So let me try switch this. So cut. So the and operator is so let's see. Do 88. Yes. Good. Okay. So then we're going to start doing. Actually, we need to send it to a value. So again, guys, this is just kind of basic tutorial, but this is kind of basically this is more logic than anything else. So don't necessarily concentrate. Basically, you just need to have the more or less, lack of better terminology, kind of the grammar or syntax. So basically, you just need to know what the code does, but it's not going to define your program. You are going to define your program. So if you're not creative, and I'm sure there are better ways to do this code. I'm sure it's kind of long. I'm sure I could change kind of some of the else if statements to kind of shorten it, so there's not as much text. Um, but okay, then let's do something else. So so we have stored data, right? So then we're going to do PP, stands for pulse pressure. So SBP minus DBP. And let's check this out. 132, 78. Oh wait, hang on. Sorry, print PP, and that stands for pulse pressure. 54. Oh, cool. So, I was pretty sure it was going to work. I'm just glad I didn't throw up an error. So, a lot of this stuff is just trial and error. Um, and so, this is all kinds of fun you can have with if, and else statements. Um, so, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I didn't try to keep you guys too long. But yeah, pulse pressure is just stands for and that literally is their formula to diastolic blood pressure. It's just saying how much your pulse pressure is, and that's your top number, systolic, and bottom number. Um, diastolic blood pressure. That's the difference between. So that's how much the pressure is increasing your heart pumps blood versus when it's resting. Top number is when your heart's pumping blood. Bottom number is when your heart's filling with blood. What else? Systolic blood, diastolic blood pressure. Okay, well, hope you enjoyed that video, and have a good day.